Today is the 30th of September 2019. I'm Ramon Gonzalez Mosiglio. Today I found out that Jose died. They were attacking me severely throughout the whole, after a festival that they had in Mocha, Puerto Rico. They kept on attacking me so severely that I couldn't get sleep during the day. And they did the same thing with when I was at my aunt's house. I always document, and there's some other person. They attacked me all night, don't let me get sleep, and then the celebrity dies because they're weaker. Probably my aunt's husband also. We don't know who's on this. I believe he was on me because I was singing like him, telepathically. I was singing his songs. He's a very nice voice. Jose, who passed on, they said a few days ago. He was on me, possibly, and they would attack me. And then I think on Friday or Saturday, I don't know when he died, but I was very weak the whole week. Like I couldn't function because it was getting zapped and neck popping. And if I get attacked like that means they're really after that. He's a millionaire. He's got to be a millionaire because he's been working since the 70s that I'm aware of, singing. So he's got to be a millionaire. So the people that didn't give me paperwork allow that to happen so that they can money launder. It's a MP3 money laundering, or somehow getting his music and scamming people. Like I don't know what happens, and all this digital, like how do you get the money and all the money, and maybe they're even making more money than ever before. We don't know. There's a lot of like celebrities dying that are famous. They're too young to die, but ever since the like if 3 million people download one, pay for one song, that's $3 million. So, and they do it at one song, and let's say they do it in an hour, that's $3 million. Even if he gets percentage of it, they're gonna they're gonna want, these people want everything. They wanted my father's house, and he doesn't have much. They wanted his land, the oil, and if there's oil in the land, they want everything. And they attacked me all week. I knew he was sick, and I knew because I seen his lips were purple. They had a magazine in Selectos, Mocha, Puerto Rico, and I saw his lips were in some Spanish magazine, like People magazine, but in Spanish or something like that. His lips were, like purpling, and he appeared thin. And they kept on bramming that they didn't let me sleep the whole entire week. And if they're running a tactic where, let's attack him to pretend that he's him or him, they killed George Michael the same way, so that whatever tactic they use doesn't work. And they just, it's like they're working through, and they don't acknowledge the technology at the time. They just like ignore people, and they steal probably his money, or they stole a big chunk of his money, and they just swiped it. And money launderers, we don't know the situation. They've been of late, they've been because I just found out yesterday that he died, and I was hearing like this tribute to him, and I said, why are they playing all his songs on the radio? The station that they play all his songs, like most every song that he ever made. So I was like, why are they doing that? Did he die? And I didn't know. Then this morning on the radio I heard that he died, and I was like, oh man, he's a very good singer, like Julio Iglesias. He's from Mexico. The perpetrators have been doing, they've been trafficking that's another thing that they've been doing. They want to steal these guys' money to traffic women because they're too busy looking for women, so they need to steal. They're not working. They go after talented people, and they rob them so that they can basically rape women and little girls. They look for little girls and they rape women. Then they cross-examine my brain as if I like little girls. Like I might see them as a cute girl, but that's about it. Like my cat is cute. That's how I see them. But they don't. They just sit there like some blacks, whoever's. They just sit down my brain trying to test me out, and like what my brain damage. It's a bit, like over the, it's no good. It's basically, it doesn't work, and my brain never goes after little girls at all. If I see a nice, teenager, I don't go after them at all. I don't even go after, like any females at all. But I might see them as attractive for a teenager. But the little girls, they're cute, but you just don't want to do anything with them. That's how I see it. Like, I want to stick a pen in my cat's rear. That's, basically how I see it. I don't want to do that really, but it's just, the figure of speech. They've been after this female. Like yesterday I saw a female at Wendy's. I got really hungry and they popped my neck quite a few times, and then they placed this female who looked like Dr. Catherine Horton, who's online. She's a victim, and when they placed her at Wendy's, she happens to have a nice figure. So it's like I don't know why how they placed, and then they placed another one today at Selectos. They popped my neck also, so I can't go to the store. But I ran out of water, and I need to go to the store to buy water. And they're after this female with a nice figure, same type of figure, and they attack me, and then they code, and then they communicate telepathically to one another about this female. I believe they're grouping up. They grouped up on Jose Eze. They grouped up on me, a former NYPD employer, school safety division, for 7 years, no criminal record, and they grouped up on me. And I'm sure Jose probably, he didn't do anything. I never heard of him doing anything or him getting into any kind of trouble that I'm aware of. But they go after him for his money. They go after me for my father's money, because I'm a firstborn. And then they pretend to pretend I'm some other nationality. They tamper with my nationality. They pretend. They try to frame me at times. They when I speak, they like to pretend my nationality. If I say I'm 100% Puerto Rican, the guy dubs over with another ancestry. I believe with that. I don't hear it, because I know he's dubbing over it. Like he tries to block. I created what I call, though I don't know if I'm the first one I discovered, because they have inking, but I created deep fake inking, which looks like a pen inking on, and I'm sure somebody might have done it before, I don't know, on Photo Impact XL, and the perp kept on freezing the computer, freezing my mouse actually, then also freezing the computer, so I couldn't navigate. And I drew a nice picture with just the mouse, and the perp kept on freezing the computer. So he's after these women, and I don't know what they're doing with them. I think they're after the 8K. They're trying to film these women. That's some of them. I don't know what's going on in the industry. I know they're trying to scout for women. They scout remotely, and then they start looking all over, and then they start hitting my neck and coding, and they arrange these women. I don't know how they do it, but when I go to the store, they're right in front of me, and I don't know how, how stupid these females are. Like, I have to go to, like, I have to go to the store because I run out of water, and I don't go to the store every day. I make sure that I have a purpose, because I don't like them scouting for women. Like, if I run out of water, or if I get hungry, if I'm fatigued or whatever, and then yesterday I was fatigued, and I said I gotta eat like beef for the protein, and today I was running out of water, and they kept on hitting my kidneys. But they get these women, these mindless dingbats or whatever they are. they wind up being right in front of me, and the perp is allowed to remote view, and it's just, I don't know how they do it. No, I don't know. And they happen to be very attractive, and then they communicate as if they don't know me, and then they communicate about the female, or telepathically, or they use they use statements like, "You have got to get this thing off of his head." Some white dude, or you have got to get this thing, but the key word is "you have got to get." After I forgot what time it was, about 11, I think 11:40 or 11:45 or something. Like, I got out of the supermarket at 11:21, at 11:45 he said that, or something like that, maybe, or minutes after. So they like to scouting a female, and she's fairly attractive. Also, the number 4 that they kept on tamper with my Puerto Rican 100% Puerto Rican nationality. They kept on using that number 4, I believe, because she looks slightly Dominican. She doesn't look Puerto Rican. Like, if you look at her, I don't see, like, the Puerto Rican ancestry in her face. She might be mixed, I don't know. So there's a lot of people like that here in Puerto Rico. Like, they look either South American also. There's a lot of, I guess, intermarrying of South Americans and Puerto Ricans, different, or Dominicans, or Ecuadorians, or whatever nationality. Even there's some white, rarely some that I know, they look white, but they have Puerto Rican. Only a few of them that I know. But I know those personally, those females. And they look white, but they really have Puerto Rican. They go after these females, and then they put these numbers. So number 4 appears to be her, and they were scouting her, and they call her number 4. But then they tamper with my they hide it cryptically in my, like, tamper with my Puerto Rican nationality. They kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and then they're trying to torture me. They're killing a lot of people for their money, and it's the groups of people, and they don't give out paperwork. They don't give out paperwork, and they go after hard-working people who work very hard, and who, like, they're on the road, or they're touring, or they're practicing, or they're drawing daily, and they want to steal their stuff. And all they do is look for women 24/7, and look to steal people's stuff. So basically, we're being attacked by these. They're not hardworking, and I think they talk a lot, or they feed people royalties of women also. They speculate, like, they can take an actor, a young actor, and say, "Hey, I'm gonna feed you this woman. I'm gonna feed you this woman. You do us a favor. Introduce her to us to such and such, blah blah blah, or help my nephew get blah blah blah." And so that's how they get their. I'm just using an actor. I don't know who to use. I don't want to use it because they kill the singers. They kill actors also, and they kill actors' children, that and singers and actors' children, and probably children of entrepreneurs or something like that. They killed for houses. They killed little kids for houses. So it makes no sense basically to these guys got to be exposed and they need security. So I'm gonna end it right here because it's about 15 minutes and I want to drink coffee. There's no security in the United States, and Trump is not no security. He could have prevented that Jose from dying, and he just allowed that, allowed me to get tortured, and they didn't even do it. They didn't give me paperwork, and that's basically it. People die because we don't get paperwork, and then they let a black dude traffic women or accuse me of crime so he can scout women.